if Santana wins at 190, Iowa State cannot win. Iowa cannot win the meet because it would be a 7-point difference. And so Santana has to win. But Palmer, lest you need to be reminded, is a tough cookie.
Well, Palmer's a tough competitor, and he's been around wrestling a long time. He's not going to go out there and lay down for anybody. He'll give Frank a real fine match, and I think we'd all have to say that Santana is the heavy favorite to win this, but it's going to be a good bout.
He's undefeated, 15-0. Palmer's 11-5. They're both seniors. Santana has finished second and then first in the national championship tournament.
Yes, last year he was the national champion. He's currently 15-0 on the season.
Going under, double.
There he is with kind of a bear hug.
Yes.
Kind of a bear hug trick.
And as good national champions have, he has a lot of confidence.
There it is right here. There's your little bear hug. There's comes your, well, his trip really was much earlier than what it appeared, but he was in underneath those arms and barred him down for the two.
See 2 lines.
2-0 with 1:25 left in the first period.
He turned him loose on purpose there for the 1 point, because I think he wants to get those takedown maneuvers. He doesn't want to be content with trying to ride there on top. I don't think he feels he can get any fall points at this point, at least. So we now have a 2-1 score.
He's the latest in a long line of outstanding 190-pounders at Iowa State.
That's right. We've had some good ones. Al Nason.
Ben Peterson.
Ben Peterson.
A minute left in the first period.
Frank Santana is from Skokie, Illinois, and we have Bud Palmer from Muncie, Indiana, the Iowa boy.
Now, we know a lot of you who are watching are Iowa fans, because this is Iowa State country in Hilton Coliseum. These two teams meet again. February 18th, I think, is the date in Iowa City.
I think we want to point out here, while they're in a neutral position, that Bud Palmer was redshirted last year, I believe, due to an existing neck injury. So we'll see a lot of him this year around the wrestling circles.
2-1.
First warning both.
Now he's going to warn them both.
You don't see a double stall warning often, but I think it probably was pretty well merited there, because neither boy was doing much.
2-1 is the score. There's a trip by Santana.
That was a real good heel kick on the part of Santana.
He may have a little edge and speed.
He was quick on that move.
In the last 5 seconds, 4-1. This time, there's an end of the match, end of the period score, and Iowa State gets it. They used to talk about that against Oklahoma State. Remember when Myron Roderick was down there?
Here we go right here. You see that pick there on that ankle. Did a real nice job. Picked that ankle for the 2-point takedown on the part of Santana.
When Myron Roderick was at Oklahoma State, you had to look out for his boys in the last 15 seconds or so.
It was a good stand-up spin through for an escape on the part of Santana. 1-pointer.
It's 5-1. If you take somebody down with 5 seconds left, they aren't going to get anything back on you.
No, that's very true.
5-1. And Iowa State leads 15-11. This is a big one for Iowa State, if, as we said.
Real good basic drop through. Good position on behalf of Santana. He picks him up, takes him down for the 2. Awful good move. Got in there real deep penetration.
Frank likes to use a high crotch, but he's been in there on doubles. He's been able to go all the way through.
And notice he really came high on that, too. He really didn't even have much at all as far as the legs were concerned, but he got in so deep, he caught Palmer completely off his base and off guard and put him down pretty easily for the 2-pointer.
7-1. 7-1. With 2:10.
Here we go right here. You notice there kind of a little duck under combination with it. Picks him up, puts him down to the mat for 2-point takedown. When you pick a man off the mat like that, it's pretty simple insofar as putting him back to the mat, because he has nothing to work off of, a very little counter that he can put back on you, and it's pretty easy to garner the 2 points.
Palmer stands up and comes out for his 3rd point. It's 7-3. He tried to penetrate the defense and couldn't do it. Frank Santana's very stable.
You or him? Him, I can't grab.
I don't know what Frank is saying. Frank Santana was talking to him, to Spike Israel, the referee. Oh, I see. He's saying.
Yeah, he's a hot guy.
Did you hear that?
Here comes our escape on the behalf of Palmer. Notice how he splits those arms, ducks back underneath with his elbow, and bang, pushes off for the one-pointer. It was a good escape, a good effort on his part.
Did you hear Spike Israel say to Bud Palmer? He says he's a hot dog. And he's pretty good, too. It's 7-2 here. With Santana. 7-3, isn't it? 7-2. I thought I saw 3 there a while ago.
Not much going on right now. They're both kind of looking for position as far as the takedown's concerned. There comes a real good move.
He brings the knee right to the head.
Well, he caught that single leg and spiked the heel at the same time, or tripped it. Had excellent control.
9-2. Well, Santana can just do so many things to his opponent that it's...
Here it is right here. Watch, he takes that far knee, that near knee right there, then trips right there. Has good control of the upper body likewise, and bang, there it is, 2-point takedown.
Okay, top man.
Made it pretty easy. Of course, when you get a national champion, you know, we should realize, too, that sometimes when they do move, they do make it look easy. But they are talented. Santana's no exception. He's a good one also.
Boy, 9-3. 9-3 is the score. This is the one that Santana wants to ice the meat. Iowa State has won 7 against Iowa over the years, lost 5, and last year we had that draw here at Hilton Coliseum, and I don't think anybody here is ever going to forget.
Yes, as we indicated earlier, why they went to the heavyweights, deciding the match in both the previous 2 meets.
Well, what they're trying to do here...
Well, you guys shoot takedowns, too. You got 1 point.
A point for Santana puts him in double figures. It's 10-3, with his team leading 15-11.
There's an attempt on the behalf of Palmer, but he overdrove his base, so to speak, and didn't get in deep enough for any pen. Hey, there's a good attempt on his part.
Nice kick. It almost came up with that.
Almost kind of a pancake affair where he was up.
Double arm bar.
Sure. You make one of those work, you don't only get 2, you usually end up with 5 or a fall.
Yep.
You get the 2-point takedown, 3-point or 2-point near fall.
Just a little reminder to Frank not to get too careless. What he's trying to do here is take the pressure off the heavyweights. Just keeps moving in, and moving in, and moving in.
He stays right after it.
There's the end of the second period. Those points give Santana a 12-3 lead. And I think the people here in the Hilton...
Here's the case right here. Notice Santana got that arm underhooked. He's going to go right underneath it. He's going to force that wizard out of there, which he did, and came right into the 2-point takedown. So Palmer there wanted to put that wizard move in, but Santana didn't give him any hope of getting it in there at all.
The people here were up on their feet at the end of that match. I think they just suddenly really realized that if Santana can salt this one away, the meat's in for Iowa State.
I don't think there's going to be too much question of it.
14,000 plus a few probably came in the back door.
Palmer's making a gallant effort here, and I think trying to put moves together, indicative of the fact he hasn't been stalling here, but Santana is just a superior wrestler.
2:35 left in the match. Santana has been on top for 1 minute and 29 seconds total, and Palmer for 2 seconds.
Both these boys are real strong boys. They both not only have strong in the legs, but they got strong upper body strength. That's good.
Too quick.
Boy on the bottom moved too quick.
He cautioned him, and that's a visual and as well as a verbal caution. That's no points.
Remember that Iowa State wrestles Wisconsin on Monday night.
A good stand-up, turn and escape on the behalf of Palmer.
12-4.
This Bud Palmer is no slouch, as we said earlier. He's a good 190-pounder, and he's proven that before.
Now, here comes Spike Israel again, because Frank Santana says, I can't hold him. He's wearing baby oil or something.
Palmer's coming to the stand-up position now. Notice he's up underneath that arm. He twists out, spins in. There's the 1-point escape. Well done. Well executed.
Dan Gable, who knows that this one is slipping away from him. Let's go through the upcoming matches again. Monday night, remember, 10:30 p.m., our delay broadcast of Iowa State versus number 4 Wisconsin. On Thursday the 12th, 2 matches next week. ISU versus number 5 Lehigh, delay broadcast. Saturday the 21st, Iowa State against number 2 Oklahoma State. And Monday, January 30th, Iowa State versus the University of Minnesota, ranked number 15. We have a lot of Iowa State wrestling, some of the top teams in the country this month.
It was a good move on the part of Palmer. He went in for the double. He had good position on it too, but boy, Santana was tough. He sprawled, had a good base on him, and countered it real well. But Palmer had a real effort in there. Did a nice job. There he goes for a good single shot. Did a nice job on it.
See, nice move by Palmer.
It was well executed. A good move.
Take down and try to put him up again. 13-6 is the score. A minute 42.
Yes, that was an escape there on the behalf of Santana. Palmer had to almost turn him loose for that match in order to get some more points together in order to get back into this match. He goes for another single
again. Now remember, a lot of Iowa State wrestlers over the years have liked to have, although that turned out badly for Santana.
Another two-pointer. He's tough. It's
13-8. Have tried to have their opponents put the single leg on them and then counter from it. Ben Peterson used to do that. Nason used to do it. And
That's
I think
right.
Santana likes to, but Palmer's nailed him twice.
Palmer's not going to give him two here. If anything, he'll give him one so he can make another takedown attempt. So he'll turn him loose for one, but not two. There it is.
Okay, now 14-8.
You'll see Palmer coming back shooting for another if he can.
Santana. Goes to show you don't dare let up. 45 seconds left. There's the single by Santana. He let it go.
33 seconds left in this match.
25 seconds. You can see Santana looking at the clock. If he wins, Iowa State wins, and it's going to be a stall warning against Santana.
Yeah, that was the necessary call. He hasn't done much here just in the last part of this period.
A point for Palmer, 14-9. I tell you, Frank looks a little tired.
At this point he does, but maybe he feels he's got it in the bag, and so he's trying to, oh, here comes a two-pointer, another double leg on the part of Steve.
And it's
Palmer.
14-11 with 4 seconds left.
I said in the earlier part of this match that Palmer would give him all he could give him, and he's just doing that. He hasn't quit.
Yeah. The Iowa State coaches are up saying, look out, and Frank says, don't worry. See his hand?
Okay.
At this point, he's playing it pretty close.
He sure is. There's the end of it. There was no writing time. I think the score now is, if that's correct, 15-11. Santana wins, and Iowa State wins. There's the finger in the air. Number 1, says Frank Santana. 15-11, Frank Santana.